All right, we're almost all finished with all the graphing parts for step 3 of the 033 project. We're on the last little bit. So we've made the side-by-side relative frequency bar graph. All we should do is click on the graph and click on layout, add in the titles. So for example, you could say side-by-side relative frequency bar graph, but I mean, it might be nicer to say something like a large package versus small package of Alana's candies or something like that, or comparison of Alana's candies or your candies or M&Ms or whatever it is you're using. Then we also need, of course, axis labels, so we add those in. Color was down here, and we add in the vertical one. It was relative frequency, right, because they're decimals. These were percentages, not whole numbers. There we go. Now the last little bit for step 3 is it has this question. Where is it? What significant differences, if any, do you see between the two bags? Explain. So let me just grab that question. I'm going to put it in here. So let me write that question. And then, oops. Well, I don't like that at all. What significant differences do you see between the two packages? Explain. Oh, question mark. Now I'm not going to tell you what I see from that graph, although I see something pretty obvious. That's where your work comes in. So you have to answer that. So you've got that question to answer. You can put it in its own cell, and then you answer it below. I see significant difference, or I see that there is a lot more of blah because blah, right? And you explain what's going on and what you see. Okay, and that's how you put your question and your answer in for that step. All right, now I've got another minute or so, so let me give you some more thoughts about the next portions. So let me go to step 4. For step 4, they want you to create a new tab and label it nutrition. So let me go back and remind you how to do that. So in here, this was all in the data and graphs tab. Let me click on here on sheet 2. It's all blank. And if I double click, I can label it nutrition. There it is, nutrition. So there's the data and graphs tab. There's nutrition tab. These are called worksheets. These are different worksheets inside the workbook. The whole thing is called a workbook. And while I'm on it, let's save, shall we? Because Lord knows we don't want to lose this. All right, so in nutrition, that'll be the next tab. We have questions we have to answer. So, oops, that was not what I meant to do at all. Close that. Question number 1, question number 2, and question number 3, and so on. So I would go back here to my spreadsheet, and I would type question number 1. What type of data is the list of ingredients? And then this, and I think it'd be nicer if those were bold because those are the questions, right? And then down here, you can type your answer. Answer. Right? And then now question number 2. Make it bold. And then you can say how many ingredients are listed and so on. Etc., etc. And then type your answer. That way it makes it really obvious for your professor what's going on. Okay? Another thing you're going to have to do is the third tab, which you need the third tab to be analysis. So down here, we have the nutrition tab where you'll answer all those questions for step 4. And then over here, you need nutrition. Oh, I'm sorry, analysis. My bad. There we go. And that's the third tab, all set up. Okay. One other thing to keep in mind is that you can use Excel like we have to do simple calculations like equals 5 divided by 20. Enter. And it just finds the decimal for you. So you can use Excel to do very simple division that way. All right, I hope that helps and you feel more set up for your project. See you later.